Hey everyone, and welcome back to Space Lizard Exotics. Look at this, look at our new little critter. I am so excited to introduce this wonderful little mans. Anyway, hope everyone's staying rad. Let's get today's video going, and we have a lot to talk about, a lot of things to do. Look at this wonderful little gem that we added to the Space Lizard Exotics collection. I was feeling a little, kind of sick yesterday. I was like, I gotta go grab some stuff at the pet store, had to get some fresh air. Wasn't feeling too hot, and I was like, a little crested gecko that I must take home. So I did. And it gave me an excuse to fill the smaller enclosure that I had because I updated Estrella to her 18 by 18 by 24. And the size of enclosures that we actually keep the geckos in are spectacular for this size especially. We just have to add a lot more little shenanigans in his. I kind of threw it together on the whim last night because I did not anticipate getting a crested gecko yesterday. So we have to make a little run to the pet store real quick, grab a couple little odds and ends, put some more pizzazz in his enclosure. And I do want to show you some other things today with some plants. And got to talk about some orchids, so let's get cracking on that. Sorry, let's take a little ride to the pet store. Oh, God, I love going to the pet store. If you can, always shop locally. I do not like going to corporate stores. I don't like corporations, period. I think they're kind of garbage. But if you can, shop locally, especially if you have a really good, reputable, awesome pet store in town, just because one, you're supporting a family, and then two, they usually have way better information to give you than a corporate store. Corporate stores usually don't take care of the animals very well, and usually they're just there for a paycheck and they're just like, I'm glad I got hired. So most of the time when you go to a local pet store, that's literally their passion and what they do. So luckily, I'm very blessed to have an awesome, amazing local pet store in town that literally could take care of all my needs and answer all my questions. Very awesome people too. The main owner's been, over like 30 years plus experience with reptiles. So with that much experience comes a lot of knowledge and things that you could miss potentially keeping reptiles. So, and I'm feeling like death today. Like literally like my body aches and getting like partial cold sweats and shit. I don't know what's going on. Yesterday was worse. I think I'm beating it. I think I'm kicking it in the dick today.
Oh look, an eagle!
To be continued, but we're almost at the pet store and we're gonna grab some items and get back out of the house, so. All right, so I just got back from the pet store, got some little fun odds and ends. Look at this stuff. Had to pick up more of these too, because these are really convenient. Gecko cups, really rad. I know people are like, just buy little cups and you get a whole bunch of them. These are convenient, and they're nice, and they're easy to fill. But check this out. Got some Pangea food, love that. They love the papaya. They seem to love the papaya more than any other flavors that I've offered my crested geckos in the past, and also this guy likes it too. That's what he was raised on, some Pangea papaya. Anyway, we got some cool little odds and ends. Look at this. I like putting stuff like this in the crested gecko enclosure for lots of different reasons. One, especially if you're putting like pothos vines or any type of vine kind of plant, you could do some cool shit with this. You could like actually interweave them and they get all crazy. Another thing I didn't want to talk about is we're gonna be grabbing this. If you do follow the Instagram or TikTok, I talked about this in one of our videos recently. I actually got some real live orchids. The main goal is to replace all fake plants. So the last fake plant that we have in any enclosure is this fake orchid. But Winona, she loves it. She likes to hide in there, and just orchids in general are just gorgeous and might as well just have something natural in there. The only issue that I have kind of came across, if you are familiarized with orchids, they pack these motherfuckers like crazy in a whole bunch of peat moss. And so trying to get all that out is kind of a pain in the ass. So what the trick is, I learned from my very awesome friends at the Yorman Gardener. You have to soak it inside like some water, put some hydroton. Put some hydroton, get some water inside like a little vase to put the orchid in, and you let it run and you get all the peat moss off, and it's fantastic. So once that goes down, I'm gonna try that little project tonight. We're gonna be able to put an orchid in there, and we're gonna be putting an orchid in this new enclosure. So let's get this new enclosure kind of rocking. All right, super cool. So far created like my little jungle setting for the mighty gecko. Amazing. So this is super cool. Got some more plants, foliage in there. This is gonna be amazing for a couple hiding spots, right? So if you can kind of tell, crested geckos, they like to feel super secure. So see that wonderful little feller? You can try to get more plants with larger like leaf structures because they do like to hide in between those. Plus these right here, I know they look a little wonky right now, just transplanted them. The roots were just right there to be basically enough to transplant. Once they take off though, there will be a mighty vine of greatness. Do you remember that, okay? These vines actually blow up like crazy. This is literally gonna kind of take over almost the whole entire enclosure. And then when I put one of the orchids in there, Once I put one of the orchids in there, I'm really excited. I have one more for this enclosure. The other one's going in this one that I just kind of showed everyone. Perfect enclosure for the little guy. Amazing. I'm really excited about this. We got a cool little magnetic cup on there for him. The magnetic cups are sweet. I've tried the suction cup thing. Oh my God, they always fall. Magnets, way better. Super cool. Other than that though, I think this is gonna be really rad. We also got to talk about a couple other little things here at Space Lizard Exotics. Now I know we've been going plant crazy, right? So we got a lot of other plants that we have to put into the enclosures, like some more of the wandering Jews, some more of the orchids, which are going in the geckos. And this is the one that I'm really, really excited about. Eventually, these wonderful plants right here are going to be going into one of the other enclosures as well. So these, if you've been keeping up with Instagram and TikTok, should be doing that. Check these amazing things out. So this is one of the pitcher plants, but these are going to be actually going inside the gecko enclosure. And these are amazing too because they're carnivorous plants. They eat shrimp, or bugs if you do have bugs in your room. But if you do not have bugs, which I hope you don't, buy some freeze-dried river shrimp, put them in the little pods, feed them about once a week. These are actually phenomenal to go in the enclosures as well. Whether you do like crested geckos, dart frogs, anything like that, these work phenomenal, and figured everyone would like to see that. Super rad. So those are the couple of the other fun little updates that we're going to be doing inside the enclosures with bioactive setup. So be sure to keep up to date with the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of more carnivorous plants inside the enclosures. A lot of things. We're just trying to work on propagating a lot of them and also getting some in. As you know, sometimes that has been a process, especially in the day and age that we currently live in. It's been rad though. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in and checking out the new awesome gecko. I was really excited to introduce him. And if you have any comments, questions, emotional outbursts, or even any name ideas, please give me a holler, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I always love to hear from all of you wonderful humans. If you do like this kind of stuff, please take a snap out of that subscribe button, bite the like button right in the ass, and we really appreciate it here at Space Lizard Exotics. Thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting this channel. You guys are rock stars, don't you ever forget it. And we will see you next time here at Space Lizard Exotics.